So could it be that rats in Diablo 4 hold the secret to the absolute best loot in the game? And we have a new Diablo 4 patch that went live today, but there's one extra step that you could take right now to really take full advantage of recent patches. And more details about that upcoming Diablo 4 live stream from the devs about all things Season 1, balance changes, and more. Plus, a player cleared over 1,000 Cellars and crunched some data. Are they worth the effort at all? So yeah, let's start out with the official post straight from Blizzard. It says this right here, Diablo 4 patch notes. And yes, a new PC patch went live, and it says address multiple instances where the Diablo 4 client would crash in-game. That was a big complaint recently, so that should be addressed. Let me know if it is or is not. However, recent patches have stated that, PC performance has been improved. It's been a big issue, but if you did miss it, this has actually helped me a ton recently. So do not forget, of course, to download the GeForce Game Ready driver. It was just released recently. If you do not have this downloaded, I promise you, you are missing out right now. For me personally, the stutters currently are pretty much gone right now, even when it's super crowded, even when there's a lot going on the screen. So let me know if this helps you all out. It just seems like sometimes a lot of you guys miss out on the driver updates. But to me, it could be that they are taking advantage of the recent changes with the patches in these driver updates. And yes, we have the official live stream, of course, happening on July 6th at 11 a.m. twitch.tv/Diablo and youtube.com/Diablo. But there are some further details as to what to expect from this live stream, as Adam Fletcher goes on to say this right here. Run of the show will be Diablo Immortal for our first 15 minutes and Diablo 4 for the remainder of the show. This will be a long show, so I'm expecting 60 plus minutes for this one. All of this is live, so we will have a quick swap of the devs in between. And we have a follow-up reply here from, of course, Shroud, who says, great comms. Also, loving the live format of these updates. Hopefully, this continues season to season. And we have another response from Adam Fletcher, who says the plan is to have streams for each season for sure. We will have more streams in between as well. And I love, again, how much they are communicating with the community. So yeah, compliments to Blizzard. Now, we got to talk about Diablo 4 and those rats. Check it out right here. This article says this. Diablo 4 players may have discovered a surprising link between rats and loot. I kid you not, this is an actual thing, and people are fully invested in investigating this one. So head on over to the original post here. It says, follow the rats. 6,700 upvotes. It says, okay, this is going to sound really bizarre, but you need to follow the rats for good loot. Don't follow the predetermined path in any dungeon. Instead, just follow the rats. The rats smell the cheese. I'm telling you, it's real, and I feel like I'm crazy, but I found multiple legendaries doing this within a span of maybe 10 minutes. The rats will tell you which pack of enemies to kill, and then they wander towards where you need to go. It's real. I'm not crazy. Follow the rats. Now it says edit. Blizzard, please confirm rat traps to be added soon. So yes, a full-blown investigation has begun, as you can see, and we do have some actual results already. Check it out right here. This post goes on to say this. I followed the rats, and look what they supposedly found. One of the most amazing rings in the game, of course. And there was another post as well. It says right here, follow the new following rats meta, and it apparently worked. I kid you not, this is actually a thing. However, some people are investigating and getting not so lucky with this one. Check out this post right here. It says, me at 5:30 a.m. this morning. And you can see right here, they are, of course, doing what this post suggested, following the rats. And guess what? The rat essentially takes them in a circle. So not all rats are going to be the same in Diablo 4. It seems to be the case, but I'm curious. Guys, try this out. Let me know if it actually works or not, if the rats have any insight into getting some of the best loot in the game. Apparently, it's working for some people. We'll see what happens in the long term with this one, but I am wondering if there is some sort of secret mechanic in the game for this. I mean, there are teases for things like the secret cow level. So yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, we got to talk about Cellars. So check out this article from icyveins.com. It says, Cellar stats after 1,270 clears, and it goes on to say this right here. there's persistence, and then there's persistence. Now, Mr. Frodo Baggins certainly shows the latter, as he's not only completed 1,270 cellars in 3 days, oh my god, in 3 days, but also documented his loot, locations, and experience gained, treasure goblins found, obols acquired, and butchers encountered, and more. Yes, he's actually encountered butchers in cellars. Now it says, so let's take a look at this huge breakdown of a very large amount of cellar clears separated into the game zones. You should definitely read the whole thing below, but here are some of the highlights. So he found 3 butcher run-ins, 21 treasure goblins, 6,352 obols, 13 uniques, 200 legendaries, and then 82 million roughly experience and around 80 million gold. So the conclusion is that the cellars are very much not worth it and essentially just actively slow you down. So the takeaway from this, in my personal opinion, is that cellars need to be improved, I think. Now, of course, they shouldn't be like the absolute go-to when it comes from getting experience. And I think that, yeah, Blizzard has some plans for what they want to do with Nightmare Dungeons. I think they're going to push Nightmare Dungeons even further with the feature list, considering that they're making them like the top tier experience when it comes to actually getting experience, loot, and that sort of thing. So I'm expecting them to just continue building upon that. But yeah, let me know if you guys think cellars should be adjusted or not, or hey, keep them as is. But I have to say, it's pretty cool that he ran into the butcher in a small little cellar. That would be absolutely frightening. All right, so we got to talk about this one as well. It says this right here. Please, Blizzard, add a range for re-rolled fixes, and it goes on to show an example here. As you can see below the actual stats, we have the range. It gives you an idea of how good this is, if it's like your min, mid, or max type stat. So that's really cool to see and a great idea. They definitely need to consider adding that into the game. And yeah, it's now time for your top comments. Remember, leave a comment down below. It can end up right here in a future video. But first, we're going to head on over to our YouTube members. Thank you so much if you click that join video below the video. Remember, if you did, you get access to some cool new emotes that you can use in, premieres that I do. And then also in the comments down below. But let's see what you guys had to say here. Now, we have this one right here from Paul Riggs, who says, has there been anything about if they're bringing back set pieces? I got the word of talking unique amulet, and it made me think about Diablo 3 set pieces. That was fun to farm. So they haven't officially confirmed that they would like to do set pieces. However, they have indicated that they are curious about it, but it would be more of a long-term type strategy. And I think it would tie into rune words. I don't think they're going to do set pieces without tying in belts or rune words or something like that. A lot of you guys want to see belts return. But right now, they don't want to mess up what they've currently worked on. They've worked so hard to bring us. In my personal opinion, I think it's an excellent game. This is becoming one of my favorites, my all-time favorite game. I have never been so addicted to a game lately, but it's on my mind all the time. But yes, let's get into your top comments from my recent video, which was this one right here. It's happening. Devs just revealed the big news we've been waiting for. New updates. Yeah, so that news is about, of course, the live stream that is coming up here on July 6th. If you missed that news, check it out in my previous video. Some interesting things in that video as well. Now, we have this one right here from Sinister, who says this: my only problem with the bone turrets is that they can shoot you from off screen. I don't mind having things that one-shot me or deal heavy damage, but if I can't see it yet, it shouldn't be able to snipe me for that much. Yeah, so people are also commenting that they want to see the bone turret nerfed off screen. So if you do see it, they want the damage to be as is as it currently stands. But when it's shooting you off screen, maybe the damage should be halved or something like that. That would make a lot of sense. And a lot of you guys are against any sort of nerf. There's some comments here that we're going to get into. So let's keep going here. So we have 94 Jenner, 94, who says, absolutely love the game. Closing in on 100 as my rogue. Love your content too. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now it says, though one thing they should add is a protect item mechanic similar to the junk mechanic, but protecting item, meaning it can't accidentally be sold or scrapped. As I run 2 different rings, one for clearing dungeons and one for bosses, I always have a skull gem in front of my swappable ring, but protecting it would be easier. Yeah, this needs to be a mechanic. I'm surprised it's not already in the game. It's such a common sense thing to throw into the game right out of the gates, you know? But I am sure that that's going to be some sort of update down the road. So, yeah. All right, next up we have Grawl, who says this. FYI, I see you using the conduit shrine at 1:15-minute mark. If you push any button, you'll teleport to attack. This attack does more than just moving around with the shrine. Yeah, you know, it's weird. You guys probably noticed that I wasn't doing that, but I was trying, and it just wasn't like... Sometimes it doesn't work for me. I don't know why. I've heard some of you also complain about the same thing recently after the patch with potions. You click the potion button and there's no response or delay. It's like a new thing that's happening. But yes, the more you know. If you did not know that, well, there's an upvote right there. And then we have Xeno Vendetta, who says, I agree that explode on death mechanics are a bit much in Diablo 4, but I can't feel sorry for that hardcore character at all. That explosion is from a Nightmare Dungeon mod, so he knew it would explode. It was also a single mob, and clearly the red circle was there. No excuse for him to have been hit by it. That does beg the question, though, is that, read more, explosion based on mob health, or can they crit as hard as it hits? That's a great question, but that's a good point. Again, you know, what happens with playing hardcore characters is once that fatigue sets in and you're at the end of your gaming session, all I have to say is good luck. Mistakes can be made, and clearly one was made right there. But yes, thank you all so much for the love and support on the videos and for all of the awesome comments. I appreciate it so much. I love reading through all of your comments. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos lately. Doing my best here. I have been posting, I believe, now, well over 40 days straight consistently. Have not missed a day. Much longer than that, I think, actually. But at some point, I will have to most likely take a little bit of a break for sure. But thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you all next time. Take care.